Is there anybody with a birthday in July? So I see 2 persons. So the thing is, you had to be the one closest to my birthday, the one that will get my bag, right? So, what date's in July? Alright. And yours? Well, mine is the 16th. So congratulations. I hope this helps with your self-care in the upcoming week. So the rest will come eventually, right? So pay attention. Because if I ask a question and you're able to answer, you just might, right? So hands in the air if you have a business. Nice, nice. Hands in the air if you work in a company, organization, NGO. Nice. Hands in the air if you are married. There's a marriage conference. Take notes, take notes. Hands in the air if you have children. Hands in the air if you are a parent. Right, so I guess somebody mentioned the men and the hands went up. Alright, good. Hands in the air if you are between the ages of 35 and 65. Right, so they realize the government increased the years for retirement, so that means you're still working. That's if you didn't take early retirement. So hands in the air if you living in Trinidad and Tobago. Right, that's everybody. That means I am talking today to everybody in the room concerning self-care. So don't think if you fit into any of the categories that I mentioned, that means I'm speaking to everyone in the room today. We deal with self-care. I know we just did mental health, as Pastor Leslie said, mental awareness, we did physical and all the things that we would have mentioned before, right? The physical, the spiritual, all the things that needed. And I just want to add to what would have gone on before. So self-care, I know we usually think hair, skin, nails, manicure, pedicure when we say healthcare, when we say self-care. But I want us to change our thoughts concerning self-care. Self-care is holistic. It is spiritual, it is mental, it is emotional, it is psychological, it is financial. If you're not taking care of yourself financially, you won't be able to afford the manicure, the pedicure, all the things. In the same way, if you're not taking care of yourself mentally and emotionally, you will find yourself struggling to even want to do the things that will cause you to be healthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and otherwise. So I want us to debunk the idea that is only a physical thing, going to the salon, going to the spa, exercising. It includes all of that, but it is much more than that. So self-care is not selfish. Us mothers, including myself, have four, I still say babies, but they're big. I have 4 children. And I know for us mothers, when we actually take the time for self-care, mom guilt does come. I just leave it to the airport. So I have my cousin, I call her my sister. She travels, I travel. But sometimes when you're organizing to go and you realize that you alone going on the trip because this is your me time. It does start, don't have to tell you the truth from the airport. Yeah, listen. I have a young one, she just told me she could fit in the suitcase. Mommy, look how big the suitcase is, I can fit. And you start to feel a type of how because you're taking time that you need for yourself. When they were much younger, the same last one, I would be in the toilet and I thought to myself that I was a safe space. She would look under the door, beneath the door, and you will see the finger. Mommy, you're there long and you're thinking to yourself, Jesus, I just want 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all I want, but they're there, they're with you. And so I just want us to bear in mind that it is not a selfish thing to want to take time for me time. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel like the money could do something else. Don't feel like there's a bill I should have handled. And I'm not saying to be irresponsible, but I want us to remember that you only get this one life to live. And you're not going to get a second time to come back and do it over. So you have to ensure that the time that you use here, that you use it wisely. Right? So self-care is not selfish, it is necessary. Tell the person next to you, self-care is not selfish. It is necessary. So remember I said self-care is holistic. And I'm tapping into the spiritual aspect of self-care. I don't know how many of you are Christians inside of here, but when I read the Bible and realized that Jesus was concerned about the disciples eating and taking rest, that caught my attention. And you might ask the question, self-care in the Bible? It's yeah. So in Mark chapter 6, verse 30 to 32, it says, the apostles gathered around Jesus and reported to him all they had done and taught. Then because so many people were coming and going, I'm talking to my mothers. I'm talking to my parents. Sometimes the schedule is your schedule, the child's schedule, the PTA meeting, the extracurricular activities, the lessons. So that schedule, so many things that's be coming and going at us. Jesus told the disciples, because so many people were coming and going that they did not even have a chance to eat. How much times? 3 o'clock in the evening, thing no passing in your mouth. Aside from your toothbrush in the morning, you're busy, you jump in the car, you drop off this, and I see you laughing. You drop off the child, you drop off this one, you do this, you're checking on what the boss wants this, the report. And by the time when you check, you walk through lunch. And 3 o'clock, you now putting something in your mouth. So he said to them, come with me. So let me go back to 31. Then because so many people were coming and going, that they did not even have a chance to eat, he said to them, come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. I'm going to read it again. Come with me by yourself for a little while to a quiet place and get some rest. Did Jesus tell men? Because this was his disciples that he sent out. So come and relax for yourself. Come and take a break. Catch your breath. I just want to read it one more time. Come away with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. So they went away by themselves in a boat in a solitary place. Jesus is concerned about my well-being. He's concerned about my mental health. He's concerned about my physical well-being, that you thought of the fact that I did not eat a meal. He told them to come away and rest. God who is God made the whole earth, universe, us included, man included. And he rested on the 7th day. God who don't sleep nor slumber. Included in his schedule rest. And we just want to be going 24/7 like a robot. I beg. I was watching plenty Nigerian movies, so it might come out ever so often. You're the craze. To think that you could do that. And God who is God rested. And we just think that we could do this body, any old thing. We're not sleeping enough, the doctor talk about it, we're not exercising, and we expect to be, the lady there said that she was 60. No, yeah. No, they are retirees and they are retirees. I plan to be a retiree, but I plan to be a hot-looking, very active retiree. My children must be asking, Mommy, where are you? Because they will pass by the house and realize I'm not there. I'm not there as in the country, but in Dubai or Spain or somewhere. Because retirement don't mean that your life done. You finish work and you need to pack up. I have a neighbor, she's 75. She's called me for every and anything. And sometimes after I come off the phone, I just think to myself, she's my senior. She just gets on as if me and she went to school together. What are you doing? You're not going to talk to you about something. You will never think she in her 70s. But she has not resigned herself to pack up. And some of us just pack up ourselves. And the reason why we just pack up too is because we did not maintain ourselves for the retirement period. So we work. And we ain't do nothing in between that would prepare us for 65 and over. So I'm talking to us today to the present you who are 35, 25, 30, 38, 40, 45, 60, 65, 70. I'm talking to you for the version of you 10 years from now. What you do right now is going to ensure that that person 10 years coming is in a better position to be able to do all the things that you want to do. I've seen several videos. The girlfriends, they going on the cruise, one with a walker, the next one with a stick. Oh yeah. Listen to me. They must ask children where. You have children, you sure? You retire, you sure? Look as if, act as if, do the things necessary for the 10-year version of you coming. Save for the 10-year version of you coming. If you don't put things in place, you don't organize your finances in a particular way, you're not drinking enough water, you're not sleeping enough, let me tell you, I could show you a 73-year-old and I could show you a 73-year-old and you wouldn't believe the difference from the active 73-year-old to the one that just let time run its course. It has plenty to do. It has plenty to do. I have not tasted all the things that I want to taste. I have not eaten all the things that I want to eat. I have not drank all the things that I want to drink as yet. Ensure that when you get to that point of that person that will get to there, that you're not too frail, you're not too tired, you're not too exhausted. Life is exhausting. Sometimes by the time Friday reach, you cannot believe it's Friday. I just feel as if Wednesday just come too fast. The whole week. Listen, and you just ask yourself, what is really happening during the weekend where? Where's the end of the week? Because it didn't feel like if it ended, it felt like if it just went in a cycle. And the week just rotated and continued, but it didn't end. And so you have to make the time to pause. You have to make the time for me time. And sometimes we think that we're doing the best. We want to be the best mom, the best worker, the best employee, the best helper, the best mentor, the best coach, the best everything. But you have to be mindful that if I am not good for myself, I will have nothing to pour into the individuals. You think Jesus couldn't just leave them and say, okay, great, good job, and listen to all? He said, no, come and rest. If you read lower down, when they leave to go to the solitary place, thousands saw where they was going and came. If they didn't rest, they would have been going from one position of duty onto the next, onto the next, onto the next thing. But he told them to come and rest. I'm encouraging us this evening. Please make rest a mantra for you. I have a salon, a spa, Beauty with Grace Salon and Spa. I host events. I host retreats. And because of that, from time to time, your numbers just be going out to more and more people. And you just be getting more and more calls. Sometimes my children just be laughing at me because when I see the phone ring, I tell them I'll be honest about truth and I say, oh Lord Jesus, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? That's our evening. And it's because you would have been doing so much during the week that if you don't take time to pause, everything becomes an irritant. So the same children that you want to be a good mother or a good father to, you find yourself not doing the things that you should be doing well because you have low energy. You're irritable. And for ladies, us with the cycle of 28 days, well, you know, we really just have like about 3 days in the month that are really good. We don't really get days to say that we're good for ourselves. So we really just have a 3 days in the whole cycle. And so if you don't take time to do things that will encourage you to enjoy this life that you are living, you will find yourself going through life angry, annoyed, irritated constantly because you're feeling like this can't be it. And it is not it. We have 365 days in a year, 66 if you have a leap year. Each month, outside of February, is at least 30 days. In those 30 days, we are working for 25 of those days. The other 5 days, you barely get because it's cooking, cleaning, washing, all the things that you're not getting to do during the week that we have to cram into this tight weekend. God bless all of you for being here today on a Saturday. Because I am sure the running list in your mind when you leave here about all the things that I didn't do today, you're going home to meet. But I congratulate you all for taking the time to spend these few minutes here for yourselves. You should give yourself a round of applause. So I want to tell us what self-care should mean to us. So self-care is a sustained, as in a consistent, a sustained, efficient, loving framework of carefully curated all-round renewal every day. I said every day. Not every week, not once a month, every day. I'll read it again. A sustained, efficient, loving framework, carefully curated, all-round renewal every day. You are in the relationship with the person that you will be in the longest relationship with, and that is you. Please, your friends can't get a better version of you than you. Your children should not get a better version of you than you. Your spouse shouldn't get a better version of you than you. Everybody else getting the best of you than you for yourself. Something is wrong with that equation. And I said, are carefully curated, all around, as in for you. I'll give you a story. So I clung to my mother from a very young age. As a result, I think it's only at the age, probably at 35, just before, during that COVID period, I am 42, to do the maths. During that period, I started to ask myself, who is she, as in me? I went through all the things that I liked, all the things that I didn't like. And I realized that the things that I was claiming as things that I liked was things that my mother liked. So I like the same ice cream mommy liked, because mommy liked rum and raisin, and I want rum and raisin ice cream too. My mother liked nuggle. I love nuggle too. Something else she liked again. And I just found myself asking, Melina, do you like that or your mother like that? And I couldn't believe. No. I went in Häagen-Dazs. And you know when you're going Häagen-Dazs, you could ask to taste the little oil. I asked the lady, listen, my friends, when I realized there was no stipulation as to how much it could taste, I wanted to taste all. And I discovered I did not like rum and raisin ice cream. And I said, Melina, for almost 40 years, you have this idea in your head. Ensure that your self-care regime is carefully curated for you. And it is not what your auntie like, and you go up with your grandmother, say your grandmother like this, and you realize that I like this too. Do you really like this? Is Cadbury chocolate your favorite chocolate, or you really like the fruit and nut one because you like the little surprise in the chocolate? I did not realize that until later. I was like, but I like the almonds and the raisins and chocolate. I really don't like the plain ones. And sometimes, because we don't sit with ourselves long enough, we don't realize you end up enjoying pilau on a Saturday or soup on a Saturday because your grandmother used to cook soup, your mother used to cook soup, and you started to cook soup. All of a sudden, Sunday alone, Saturday alone is for soup. Why can't I eat a corn soup on a Wednesday? Why is Saturday alone? Why is Saturday soup? Who made that law? Why is that? Why? And you realize, wait, just now, I want to eat the cow heel soup today, and today is Wednesday. I don't have to wait until Saturday. And so I just want to encourage us to spend enough time with you as a person, you as an individual, and assess, go over. Trust me, it might take you not just one day, but 2 days, just to assess, do I really love this type of music? When I met my husband, they were into rap, and so I started like rap too. But I realized I really like dancehall because I find like, thank you could throw your waist a little bit in the house while you're cleaning. And I realized like the rap was a little too serious for me. I needed some movement. I needed an distraction from the chores. And I said, well, just now, I don't think I really like this enough. Assess everything from music to food to the times that you prefer to work as opposed to the times that you rather not work. I told my son this week, it was just this week, he have CAPE exams, and so you know that I send them home early. Do not ask, I'm going to call his name, do not ask so-and-so to be productive between the hours of 8 and 12 o'clock. It is not happening. He will get up and if you wake him up 10 o'clock, he will still take hours to eat breakfast. 2 hours. I told him the last time you need to cut down your breakfast time. You cannot eat breakfast for 2 hours. He is only productive from 12 o'clock. I said you need to understand yourself. Because clearly you are not a morning person, and know that from now. I said, so I might be frustrated myself with you because I find get up and get going, but this is not, clearly your circadian rhythm don't work with the sun, not at all. You are a night person, and sometimes when you understand yourself, you're able to turn your phone off because you know you will not be productive or good for anybody between the hours of 9 to 12. Don't talk to me. From 12 o'clock, you're ready to go. And they have your full attention. So assess everything. Am I a morning person? Am I a night person? Am I a people person? Am I an introvert or extrovert? Am I an ambivert? I could do the two, but on the extreme of both of them. So assess every aspect of yourself when it comes to self-care. So Melina, how are we doing this? I find you're real talking and you're telling us how we're supposed to do this self-care. First and foremost, prioritize your relationship with the same individual that taught it wise for the disciples to rest. Ensure that you have a relationship with Jesus Christ. That is the person that knows you more than you know yourself. So in your quest of discovering self, ask the person who was the originator of you as a person. Tell me about me, God. What are the ways about myself I need to tweak? Are there attitudes, mindsets, things that I need to throw away that I've adopted from my past, from my parents, from friends that are claiming as my personality, but not really my personality? It's because of situations I've become this person. Go back to the architect of you as Carlos, as whoever, and ensure that you find out from him what's the best things for me. And I know sometimes when we hear these things, we start to think, cha-ching, cha-ching, this will not cost me. Let we calm down, take a deep breath. In. I'm seeing the chest raising, hello. In. Out. Self-care does not have to, you hear the doctor say go to the beach? That's free. Unless you go to Tobago and they charge you to drive inside a pigeon point. Walking. That is free. You might say, I can't afford the gym. I walk around my neighborhood 5 times a week. By myself. The last time my daughter wanted to come and she talked about everything that she saw. Please don't go with your children. That's something else. That's me time with you and your child. That is not self-care. Do not go with anybody. Unless you're going with a girlfriend or something and both of you have the same thing in mind, but the children that will want to talk from start to finish, don't carry them. Unless the intention is to spend time with them. So walk in, that's free. Another thing that I do for myself, like I said, I have 4 babies. And 2 of them are boys. And the eldest likes to tell me, Mommy, I'm a growing boy, so they know food don't last, snacks don't last, nothing don't last because he's a growing boy. I batch cook. So Wednesday, Thursday, I take those 2 days, I wash, and then I cook all the peas, freeze it. Bake all the chicken, freeze it. Stew all the chicken, freeze it. Bake the pies, freeze it. The only thing that I don't do is rice, because I don't like how that is cooked. But everything else I do in batch. When I do bread, I do 16 loaves and I freeze them. Yeah, and I take no more prisoners. And I do it and pack it away so that during the week, and I have a whiteboard that sticks onto the fridge, it's flat. And I write Monday, Sunday meal is this, same Monday, Tuesday meal is this, same Wednesday, Thursday meal is this, same Friday. Saturday is whatever, because Saturday is a free day. You can get corned beef and rice, trust me. Especially if you have a cold day in the salon, it could be a macaroni and corned beef. But freezing those meals free up my time so that today I could be here and not have to wonder what I'm eating. Because it's on the fridge, they know where to get it. You take it down from the freezer before, and it is perfect the next day. You save time. And let me tell you a little secret. You can travel and leave them for a whole week because it has food in the fridge. You're welcome. That was free. And I am telling you, if you want to go for 2 weeks, just cook the amount of food necessary so that Nobody not saying that you're neglecting your duty posts. Wives, I know plenty of us inside of here. Hopefully, you don't have your husband that want fresh food every day. Because she said, Huh? Oh. Okay, no problem. So my last two things I want to talk about in terms of, well, we all know the massages, the facials, the pedicures. Get those done once a month. Another thing I want to implore us to do is a check-in. I have a small group of friends and we have a group chat. Every Wednesday, we do a Wednesday check-in. You can either send a voice note, send a video note of yourself, or write it out. But you have to say on that Wednesday, from your last Wednesday to the present Wednesday, what has taken place with you for the week. And I know the doctor spoke about social and ensuring that we have friends and companions and so on. Friendships take time and energy and consistency and loyalty and work to be able to get those relationships lasting. Ensure that you do a check-in. It's not just to share your business, but it's to make sure that if you are struggling and you are going through a difficult period in your life, you're not doing it alone. That is self-care as well. And the last practical thing. Now, so far nothing ain't cost us anything yet. The last thing is a cup of tea. Now, I use this demonstration all the time when I do these self-care seminars. If you make a hot cup of tea, you can't drink a hot cup of tea the same way you will sip on a glass of juice. You have to blow it. You have to take your time. As if you burn your tongue, you go taste for the next 2 days. You have to blow and you have to sit with yourself. That is enough time for you to pause every day. So when I say make sure and do something for yourself, self-care wise every day, there is no excuse as to why you cannot do something for yourself where self-care is concerned. Remind yourself that tea time is me time. And even if it's just this cup of tea, this time with this cup of coffee, I have this time with me. And just remember that if you are not filled, you will be pouring from nothing. And that's where the frustration, the anger, the bitterness, the resentment, all those things that come from the actual things that you love. I don't think no parents don't love their children or want to be angry being a mother. And so as a result, you need to take the necessary time to do all the things that you have to do well. Just remember, what you do now is for the 60-year-old, 70-year-old, 80-year-old version of you. Ensure that that lady, that guy, is having the time of her life because you would have well prepared for her now. And understand that we're all here. Pastor Leslie didn't have to do this today. She didn't have to spend the money, book this hall to provide. She could have had me time today. She probably could have cooked soup if she's a Saturday soup, corn soup. She could have been cooking soup today, but she took the time to put this together so that we could be more mindful about ourselves holistically. So I just want to thank you for your time and attention. So, before I go quickly, I have this bag. This bag is for Pastor Leslie. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity for all of us.